Plus now I'm headed to class. I'm still 20%, so get your head out your ass. I'm the antonym of the internet, still cleaning up the viruses that you had left. I think I'm falling in love again. Don't stop until you hear the I'm the antonym of the...
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Witch Ring. Oh my god, god damn, I forgot to open this. One moment, technical difficulties. Forgot to open the PNG tuber. God, it's gonna get so much worse. So I was working on the VR tuber today, and forgetting to open that is gonna be so much worse than forgetting to open the PNG tuber. Like, with this thing, I just have to, like, make sure it's on, and then, like, double check that the window is being captured correctly. But with the VR tube, the full-on, like, VTuber, the 3D model and everything, it's gonna be, like, 2 more applications and a camera that I'm gonna need to have situated at the right position. Hopefully I'll find a way to, like, mount that on the other side of my monitor or something like that. But, hey, welcome back, everybody. It's been a bit. I was actually off today, so I got to enjoy working on other stuff rather than working for work. In case it's not obvious, I was working on the VTuber. So I finally figured out how to export wing changes correctly. Basically, I have to, like, save it as a new pose, because the default pose when you export it is a T pose, so the animations can all sync up correctly. And then, so that'll be what the wings use. They have, like, a spring bone, so they'll, like, wobble and move in a somewhat realistic way, I hope. I'm then animating them in another program, which will then export back, transcend the physical coil, and became a disembodied voice. I know. I did. I became a disembodied voice. Oh. Whoa. The frick? My 1 week vacation is starting this Thursday. Nice. So, we were last time heading out to the Ice Realm. I also learned the hard way, because I actually had a little bit of time today, so I played a little bit of Masquerade's Bloodline, which I'm going to talk about in a bit. And I also played a little bit of this game. Turned in Ralph's Quest, killed the puddings a few times. By the way, I have the puddings, like, OP healing item now. I have 21 of them, because that fucking doubling with mastery is great. So basically all I did was, like, kill them, what, I think, like, 12-ish. No, because you get 2 of them, and I killed them, like, 5 times. I killed them for the first 5, so that was 3 times. Then I had 1 left over. Also, my boss knew I was planning on retiring next year. Good for you, Fred. Good for you. Assembly. Taking a bit of you time. No deaths by falling yet. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. It's not really a thing in this game. Oh, hey! It was the best heal. It's 99%! Of course it's the best one. You're a witch. You look pretty witchy yourself with that familiar. Is that a dragon familiar, or at the very least a lizard familiar? Mad respect. Also, I upgraded my, my staff to full, so my staff is now at max level. Behold the power that is of my fully nourished, enchanted Stage 4 staff with all of its buffs. It's beautiful and wonderful, and I love it. So, it's freezing cold. Something up ahead. Let's go a little further first. Okay, so we can finally go into the... Holy shit. What the hell? Is that a platypus? I can barely make it out. I don't think... Maybe it is a platypus. Oh no, it's a warrior. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a person. That's a fucking person. I thought it was a platypus. Do not believe what type of dragon that little dragon on her neck is. He must have been determined. Normal human would already been frozen stiff back at the snowfield entrance. Sure, he's just an idiot deserter who ran out to the snowfield to escape. Doesn't smell like Eris's magic, though. Okay. I bet you find the Wayuto way to die by falling in. I don't know, hold on in Berserk. PS2. I probably would if I found a way to die by falling in Berserk. That's fair. Made of magic doesn't really melt well, especially in an area this cold. Fire and lightning magic are just bursts of energy that vanish instantly, but ice magic tends to cling to the spot where it's generated. What's more important is, I actually like that. I like that they had a little bit of like world building for the different types of magic. I always appreciate stuff like that. It lets ice magic be separated from fire magic by something more than just like one is removing and one is adding heat. If you say like ice magic like clings to stuff, that's why it lingers, whereas fire magic disperses really quickly. It's a reaction, versus like an endothermic versus an exothermic reaction almost. It's kind of cool. I like stuff like that. I like little metaphysical magic physics. That could have been said better. You're not getting anywhere with this. Holy shit, she actually did Death by River, Falling in River, Rampage, or Yakuza. Can't believe it. I'm alive. Thank you so much for saving me. I'm no enemy of yours. Get it? Because you can. Can't. Who cleans the dungeons? I'm not interested in the witch hunts or anything. See, again, I appreciate that some people are just like, yes, there is like a crusade against the witches and the old gods going on, and we do have to be very vigilant. But some people are like, look, I clean the dungeons, alright? What is the Pope gonna do for me? I mean, really. I just clean the stuff. It's fine. Not like I could stop the witch. What am I supposed to do? She turned around and froze me instead. Wait, was she a witch? I mean, a deity in a blue hat? Luna is hiding out here. Now she won't let me see her. That's all my fault. She's been betrayed many times. She doesn't trust anyone anymore. Interesting. Huh. If you're lucky, you might be able to catch her there. Ah, so deities liking strawberries, this seems to be a very universal thing. Interesting. Interesting. I should wait for her in the boar plane. If I try and continue any further, I'll probably die. Or get frozen. Or they'll just, like, not let me proceed, more likely. Let's be real. Yes! Go on the fast mount! So, I had a bit of time today. So, in addition to working on my model, because I have been seriously trying to get that ready for, like... I want to try and have it ready, so once I finish either Wuchang or Witchspring R in the next, like, week or so, I'm hoping that maybe next week I can finish Wuchang. I feel like Wuchang is, like, 1 or 2 more streams. And so is this game. So I'm really trying to get everything ready for that. I mean, who doesn't like strawberries? To be fair, there are people who don't. But yeah, you are right. They are just flat out delicious. I've managed to get the wings. It's hard with the wings because I can't change them in the animation pose thing. So I have to go and change them in the T-pose and then use that as a base. Which means I can't do a lot of variation on the wings unless I find a new workaround. I was originally going to try and like make the wings like flare up when I get upset. I did find a method of going back into Unity with the VRM model and changing it in there, but that's wrapped up with the VR chat stuff, and so I'm probably going to work on like a base model and like get all the like hand posing stuff done, and then if I'm able to, I'm going to go back in and like, you know, do things like waving or making sure I have like all the emotional stuff I want to do. And if after all of that I'm able to go in and like add wing motions for them all, I'll try and do that. But it took me a while to figure out how to get the wing motions to stuff. There are 3 smaller dragons you can mind control into familiars that are related to a quest that researcher. I think I have 2 of them already. So I have the lightning one and I have the fire one. I'm guessing in the ice area I'm gonna find the ice one. That's gonna be cool. All right, so we need to go to the boar plains. Where's my map again? Lions plains. Oh, the boar plains over there. Other way. So in addition to that, I got frustrated at one point and needed to take a break. So I was like, you know what? Let's take like 45 minutes, chill, come back to this. And chill, I continued my playthrough. Sting wing poses that you show or hide for different emotions. Maybe? I mean, the main thing is that, like, the way it works is I can upload pose animations that I can then save as files. And I can then upload those into the model so that they're easily accessible. The problem is I'm not able to edit the wings in that one. So those all use the T-pose for anything that's not editable, which the T-pose model I can only have one of in the VRM, I think. I might be able to show her hide. I would like need different wings. I could also try adding, I could also cut the wings off and like cut them off the model maybe and try and add those as like add-on accessories that I could then show her hide for the different motions. Because I have done stuff like that. And I thought about doing something similar to it for like the eye ridge to give it maybe some more dynamic motion. I really do need to fix that up as well, but like it's good enough for now. I'll show you this weekend and we can like go through it, and I want to see if you have any suggestions because you've been using like Blender way longer than me. Maybe there's something I'm overlooking that would allow me to do it, but it seems to be more related to the file type export. Because I'm having to use the VRM exporter, which I don't think you would have a ton of interest around. Where'd she go? Teleported. She can teleport just like you can. God damn it. Fucking warriors ruining all my fun. I don't need any amplifiers for this shit. Oh cool, perfect position to kill you all. One shot. Got it. Someone want to talk to her with its summit. Oh, okay, I'll have to go do that. Got it. Hey, it's Justice! This witch appeared in the spot the ice witch vanished from. Is she a new witch? I love how we're older now, so she's like specifically just does not recognize me. He's even stronger than before. Holy shit. Damn. That's insane. The idea of emotional wings. Yeah, it was something I want to do because it seems cool. Now, also having to constantly do the motions for them is going to be really weird. Like with the hand motions, there's a lot of like base animations I can already like utilize in the program that I'm using that I can like slightly modify for my purposes. But with the wings, I'm going to have to do it like one bone at a time. Fortunately, there aren't a ton of bones in the wing. It's mostly like 2 main bones and then 3 sets of 2 bones. So like 6 in total. No, 8 in total. Sorry, I can't count. 8 of them in total. Which makes it pretty easy to like manipulate them. And I've been like playing around with that and seeing how they look and, you know, just generally getting a handle on it. It's been fun. It has been fun. But when I did take my break, I did play Vampire the Masquerade's Bloodlines, which was really fucking fun. Holy shit. So I realize now why Masquerade's Bloodlines is a classic. This isn't RPG's RPG. It is really fun. The combat is extremely janky, don't get me wrong. It's an older, very old RPG that was focused on like immersive sim stuff and you know, conversational intrigue. It's not going for heavy combat, and combat feels janky as fuck. There's this thing where you can feed on people even in combat, and sometimes it'll just whiff, seemingly for no reason. Or you'll try and feed on someone and have to reload. Really good voice acting. Oh yeah. Bloodlines has amazing voice acting. Although this game does too. Doesn't use magic himself. All he can do is trigger the magic Pope enchanted his sword with a few times. You seem quite surprised at Justice with someone capable of using so much power. It wasn't something just anyone was capable of. Just because of one good weapon. You should earn it with training and hard work. Vampire the Masquerade's Bloodline, though, has some amazing voice actors. It has some really cool plots. Honestly, having played a few games, like having played a few sessions of World Darkness, having played, essentially GM'd the campaign for Magnus Archives, it really does capture the feel of, holy shit, it's another witch. It does capture the feel, though, of just keep skipping all the voice acting. I mean, yes, but it's hard for me to understand it. She ninja. Do do do. I know there's no pencil in one eye. Pencil in eye of 1-eye 3 Cyclops, so you won't like bloodlines. That's bound to happen. What is that sentence, Nerdo? I am very confused. How is it hard you can read it? There's a warrior here. I mean, I am reading it. Holy shit. Damn. He be strong. We're gonna find the young deity. Agility stimulant, just to take him on. And we'll go ahead and summon our gigantic lion tiger for extra pump. And also our little Luca. And now we're just gonna fly our orb. And there's half his health gone. Nice. I assume that's a metaphor that must be that is lost in translation. Needlessly creative, saying no way in hell like one horror movie. Bloodlines is really, though, like, I feel like if I had played it when it came out, because I think it did come out in the early 2000s. Well, first off, I would have been a snot-nosed brat, not able to appreciate its majesty, unfortunately. But if I had played it when I was like a teenager, like 13, 14, even 15, I think I would have been blown away that this was like an old game. It actually looks really good graphically. That was something I wasn't prepared for how good it actually looks. I know you might look at it initially and be like, really, Davis? But actually, it does. It holds up remarkably well. Always knew Bloodlines will hit the spot. Well, yeah, I'm not like shy about the fact that I love RPGs, particularly ones with in-depth story options and lots of ways to solve problems. Well, actually, it's one of the things I've liked about Bloodlines so far is I haven't really felt like any of the quests have been gated by like knowledge or ability. Like every once in a while, I'll run into something that's just like too late game for me. But basically every like optional thing on the side path I found, I have had the ability to solve it with almost... What the hell? Lightning's fighting... Huh. What the fuck? Did you think I'd be easier to deal with because I'm human? Small fry. Witches later. You cannot tell? Ooh. I picked the Tremere because I am a dirty mage all the way through. Also, I got lucky because I wasn't part of the Tremere's weird pyramid-bound thing. Because my sire was immediately killed before they could blood bond me, I'm outside the pyramid, which is really nice for being a Tremere. I also picked the Eldritch feat, so I basically got a level 20. Okay, so the Eldritch like mastery feat that you can get as like your attribute, as like your extra bonus or whatever, is. Are you the leader of the rebels? When it was case indeed. You have talent, what you lack is luck. Wait, there are rebels? Interesting. I mean, I knew there was like the rebel bandits or whatever. They're mostly about making money. So unafraid of death. Alright, dude, maybe you shouldn't call your team a death squad. That's just like a PR branding move here. I am loyal only to the Pope. I had forgotten about him, especially with the Pope being such a problem lately. But you seem different. Oof. You are a man full of such rage. I will let you have the last word.
俺の信念はただ
Oh,
魔女狩り
fun.
に終止符を
Kana
打つ
told you
ことだ
about
けだ
them. She wanted to join them to stand against the Pope that took her dad. Oh, right. She did mention that. She did mention there was the rebels. They were the ones who carved out that cave, right?
俺は
Right. The weird cave with all, like, the supplies and weird, like, scaffolding used to be one of their old outposts or something. I think they vaguely mentioned that.
死など怖くもない俺の
You have no regret.
また単純な時期は
I do admit, I really like the voice actor for him. Even with the other language, you can really just, like, feel... It's like, I am serious rebel commander. I am going to kill you.
生かしておくわけにはいかないか
It's a shame you are such an honorable warrior. You can't be allowed to join us.
最後
I will allow you to die a warrior's death, leaving only your name to posterity. Great! I really like the translation, too. The guys who are translating this shit have clearly done a really good job of, like, actually making it a full-on translation. And not just, like, one-to-one, you know. Like, when you take the exact meaning of things and just pop them in there so you get the general gist. They really did a lot to make the dialogue stick hard. Are we about to do something stupid and save Justice?
いい名前だ
Or is he about to die?
お前の勇敢さは私が覚えている心配するな
He's only
気絶させた
unconscious.
だけだ
Well, so we found the rebels.
レイナこの王宮勇士を
指揮官級の勇士ですね。
How did he get in
井戸
here?
にイノシシ平原へつながる水路がある
There's a waterway leading from the well to the boar plane.
それよりも君
Okay, cool. Sounds like we're getting more exposition. But yeah, so I'm a Tamir blood mage essentially. I actually rushed into blood magic, and holy shit, was that a really good decision actually. So, okay, so there's the secret society opposed to the Pope.
みんな命をかけて集まった戦士たちだ
To be fair, this also is a game that's occurred. I think I started this game back like over a month ago now. When was the last time we talked with the Kanas, like the rebels? I think that was like
私は決死隊を率い
2 or 3 weeks
ゼロ
back.
したい
私はパイベリー。パイとイチゴが大好き。
Really need to start going over this so I can like going over some of my older sessions so I don't lose any details. Game was not made by Japanese devs but Koreans.
なんで俺たちにこんなに
I mean, I'm not as surprised by that.
悔しいぞ
Like,
俺たちが敵な
I would have been more surprised about that years ago, but like nowadays there's a decent amount of like anime kind of stuff coming out of
少な
Korea.
くとも君らは
Like
我々と同じ
solo leveling is like one of their whatever they call, I forget what they call manga. Is it manhwa or something like that? So like 4 weeks. Yeah, no, sorry. It's been over. It's like 2 months ago actually, because I started this I think back in like the end of August or middle of August, and now we had the October and September. Yeah, it's been like 2.5 months since the start of this.
ジャスティスと
Though to be fair, Kana was like, it was like 4 weeks for Kana. You are right about Kana. But yeah, it was probably like about 4 weeks since the last time I heard about Kana. Well, 4 or 5, depending on what it
さ
was.
あみんな自己紹介をするんだレイナ君から頼む
No, 5, because last week we were also playing it. So it's been about 5, yeah.
私の名前は
I'm the second in command of the Death Squad. Okay, I'm just gonna put this out here. The Death Squad is a really bad PR branding thing if you actually want to be like, you know, the people on your side. Telling the people, join the Rebel Death Squad is generally not gonna get them on your board. The Rebel Freedom Fighters has a good ring to it though.
私はエイレネス。
I use magic to help however I
作
can.
戦を支えてる。みんな会えて嬉しいよ。でもさっきは
Thought you were actually going to kill Justice.
そんなことするわけない。
Prisoner is more useful than a
死
corpse.
体よりも
Practical. I respect that.
使い道は
おい拷問するなら俺がやって
Do you mind if I help?
ああいう頭の
Torture is no use on a man that's stiff of body and mind. I love how the game just like briefly skirts around torture. It's like, torture is of no use against one so strong. Sure game, sure.
交渉用の捕虜にするか。
It'll be easier to use him with a body Or God's Wind.
奴が口を開くだけの弱点を探す方が早い。
I would make hard-boiled build. Or God's Wind. God's Wind, see, he has good names right there. Kamikaze. That Divine Wind, yes, that would be good.
何か訳でもある。
That's a good one. You get the imagery of a blowing breeze, free, maybe some bird imagery added in there, like just the bird's wind under the bird's wings, bringing back the gods. A code assembly is able to just rip this stuff right out of nowhere. He's able to instantly just pull out good names. I am terrible at naming things. He's actually good at naming things. You're a strange young woman. That describes her very well. Maybe some edgelords prefer Death Squad, or maybe that's the targeted demographic. I would say that, but they don't have a crazy guy in the corner with a hood who's like the master assassin who talks like this and has a creepy knife and he licks sometimes. I feel like that's the kind of target demographic that Death Squad gets. She's not wrong. If you want information, there's some people who, no matter what you do, won't give an inch. True. But then the Pope became aware of our presence and began investigating the region. Ah, I see. Time as well. Despite the name of the school is actually used to keep an eye on the Death Squad to stop the town from falling into our hands. KTDL. To be fair, TDL was literally just, hey, what if I phonetically spelled out T, D, and L? And that wasn't even technically me. So I think someone else came up with the idea for that. I think that was a suggested idea, or maybe I'm wrong and I'm like an idiot and just forgot. Pope has been pressuring the village for increasing amount of tribute, cut off our flow of support. Interesting. Now you're his new target. You think? Moved camp to Elysian Plain. Okay. Interesting. Yes, that was me. See, again, I knew it wasn't me. You did that one too. You're amazing like that. You're ridiculously good at doing names. You can just like instantly come up with cool and interesting names, and I don't know how you do it, because I also know Kamikaze is Divine Wind. I can recognize the symbolism in it immediately upon hearing it, but I can't think of the name when I'm asked, hey, what would be a good name for like gods and freedom and their freedom fighters trying to bring back the gods? It's like, and it's Japanese. I'm like, stall. I think I may even remember, or Mandela is kicking in. Oh, sweet, she's like a mass teleporter. That's gotta be really... Wow, I love how the whole idea of like mages being able to teleport being really fucking useful came up. It's like, yeah, turns out when you have someone who could create linked portal locations, it's all word association. Do you like my little nod to you in regards to dark mode in the general chat with that post about the Savage comment? Let me see something real quick here. Oh, that one? Yes, I did enjoy that. Dark mode is clearly the best. Dark mode is for gods. Not just the deities posted and harassing the people of Halak. Yeah, we've been over this. Pope hates... Oh, yes, the Pope hates anyone related to the old gods and the deities that were birthed by them. Yes, we are very... Most of our members are reported missing or dead. Okay, keep our identity secret till the war begins. So they're not actively at war with the Pope yet. They're building up their forces. Still think Death Squad needs some work. Just putting that out there. See, like, so what's the Death Squad's end goal? Probably to kill somebody. Raffaello. My goal is simply to return everything the way it was. After that, I will trust the king to do what is best. Wait, there's a king? I thought this was like an I thought this was like a not an oligarchy, a theocracy.
確かに教皇の存在のせいで
Pope being such a problem lately.
国王か
And the king is better than the Pope?
国王は
King was responsible for the Bavaria's golden age.
国王は
Harmony between humans and deities and tried to keep the world in
世
balance.
界の均衡を保とうとして
Okay.
にもかかわらず
Savage. You're savage. How dare
教皇
you?
が魔力を手にした途端
He has hints on magic and everything changed everything.
その後はあなたも知っての通りこのざまよ
Interesting, yes.
人間たちが神
Coveted the power of the gods and started the Spring
水
War.
の戦争を起こしたそうだカンナもいつか
She wants, well, yeah, Kana wants to join you guys.
ララク地域で
She's from Lolak and makes golems powered by steam. She's pretty impressive.
すごいんだからカンナのゴーレムは決死隊にとって
Ah,
大きな
yes.
力になるはずだよ
You guys get steampunk powered golems. Let's go. Steampunk fantasy is like very aesthetically pleasing. It's all very impractical, like steam power. Like how a lot of like steampunk magic settings seem very wildly impractical, but at the same time they have such a cool aesthetic. Like the aesthetic for the magic, like the arcane magical items that they made in Arcane.
マッツ
God, that I fucking love the whole like gold and brass edged twisting filigree and just like the general Da Vinci-esqueness of it all. It really just like makes Kaladesh is one of my favorite magic settings. I can't stop myself from liking it. It just looks so cool. Maybe it's all the gold. Maybe the Emperor of Mankind text-to-speech was right and gold is just objectively amazing. I mean, it pairs so well with blue, so it must be good for something.
もちろん決死隊とお父さんのことを伝えたらカンナがびっくりして気絶しちゃうかもね
So here's all about our squad and the dad
なる
in
べく
one
急い
go.
でくれるか
Nice.
実は間もなく作戦を実行しようと思っている
Wait, you're about to go to war? Oh, have I showed up just in time for the big battle with the Pope's forces? What are the odds? I love when games do shit like this. It's like, oh yeah, you showed up just in time. Sort of like how Aragon shows up to the Varden just as like the orcs are coming. To be fair, the orcs preparing for like battle with the Varden is like foreshadow, and like the whole thing about the orc migration is all throughout. Who'd have thought we'd capture? Broken here to fight Vernstein. He's our enemy, he's also unlucky. Holy shit. Hey, eek, is that another executor? Haven't I fought with on board? What a mistake. Is she dying? It would seem so, unfortunately. Then sent out to fight others without even knowing why. God, that sucks. Yeah, this game is like weirdly depressing at points. I mean, I know it's like about the genocide of an entire species, but like, you know. It has such a cartoony, upbeat style, I forget about that sometimes. Oh, cool, we got a portal. Oh, wait, I gotta go talk with Justice first. Anyway, so I've been playing Vampire the Masquerade's Bloodlines. The extra bonus I got, so like my like special trait or whatever, was that I'm an Eldritch Prodigy, which means I permanently have a bonus point in my Thaumaturgy. And I thought it was basically, oh, I start with a free extra point. But it actually wasn't.
さんがどうしてるか見に来たよ
何を
It's you! You recognized me right away, even though my appearance changed.
さあ私
Nice to see you again.
一体どうしてまさか他の魔女
Did
の
you
体
steal
を
another
奪った
witch's
のか
body?
え
No, nothing like that. I just grew up a little quick.
ただ体が
I'm not a bad person as you think I am.
そんなことより
How are you feeling after Vernstein beat you up?
近すぎる離れろ
Why do you keep moving closer?
どうして
Or a closer look at your handsome face. Alright, hi Mary, this is like getting a little weird. Especially since you're like really, technically a child in an adult's body at this point, or a child in like a teenager's body. Nobody's humiliating me as severely as you did before. This is real. Just kill me already. Pieberry just like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? What is going on here? Pull yourself together. Do you really want to die here? They're in two very different movies. Oh, now she's getting serious again. Did you actually see a witch kill your father? It was the deities who were exterminated. You're just looking for a place to vent your anger. That's probably why the commander let him loose. He's like, look, it's just an angsty teenager. We don't need to fucking murder him. Everyone has their angst phase. You just want to have somewhere to blame and an outlet for your grief. But don't burn yourself to ashes with anger somebody else placed inside you. Wow, okay, that's a really fucking good line. I like that. Nice line. This game, it's really weird too. Pieberry will be just like the most like upbeat, childish person ever, and then occasionally she'll say shit like that. And I'm just like, wake up and find your own path and make your own judgments. I'm just like, wow, she's way deeper than she looks at times. Not all the time. Sometimes she just wants pie, but every once in a while she throws out that as like, I'm just spitting truth. Your words won't change anything. You really don't deserve your name. Ooh! Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh. Sure, buddy. If you say it enough times, I'm sure you'll believe it even more. Will you shut up already? Did she just do a Vulcan nerve pinch on this man? I'm the exact same, for real, for real. Did she just fucking Vulcan nerve pinch him? Damn. Oh, it's a she tranked him. Never mind. Never mind, everybody. I thought we got a full-on. I thought she was like able to like do like, you know, the whole I have mastered the nerves of the body and I can put you to sleep with a touch kind of thing, full-on Ty Lee style. Nope, never mind. No, nothing. I'll go now. Bye. Death Squad seems tougher than I expected. It's like he's not even human. Yeah, that's not foreshadowing at all. So what are the odds? Everybody, praise your bets. Do you think he's another Guardian like Pieberry, like the Lion and Black Joe? I'm thinking he's another Guardian of like some shrine or something like that. Maybe like this witch's god, whatever god gave birth to this witch, he was also like the Shrine Guardian. Because your magic is better than mine. Would you like to take a walk with me? Nice. So they have the same kind of illusion magic portal going on that we did to protect our home. Make sure the magic of the barriers would trick warriors' eyes, but also be undetectable. Nice. Anyway, like I was saying earlier, I got the Eldritch like mastery or whatever, and then the game is going back to being cute. Which actually turned out to be way more busted than I thought. So I thought it was gonna be like an extra point in Thaumaturgy, like I start the game with an extra point. Instead, it's a constant bonus point. So when I upgrade the stat, I don't have to pay the increasing cost +1. I play the increasing cost below where my actual point is. So the final 5th pip for any of like the full skills is 20 blood points or experience points, whatever. Mouth of Seals, you won't get anything from me. And the way the mastery works, though, I don't have to pay that. I pay the 4th pip, and then the bonus is the 5th pip. Which means I only had to pay, like, what was it? Oh, see, I think I basically started at 3, and then I paid 3 and 4, essentially. So, what, like 20? I played like 20 points and had the skill fully maxed out, which was insane. It was like, dude, it's brutal. I can literally rip the blood out of humans in the combat areas, which is a skill that provides more blood than it costs to cast. So I can literally just go through areas now, blasting people with insta-kill bolts that drain them of blood so I can recover from other spells. And then I have a blood boil ability where I select one unfortunate target around others whenever I'm surrounded, and then everyone around them takes massive damage while they hover in the air shuddering before violently exploding. Arena is cute. Arena is cute. Yes, she is. Rain find me crying in the forest and I ended up joining the death squad. All witches are abandoned in the forest at birth, but I wasn't. Mom and Dad refused to abandon me until the very end, and I won't let that be for nothing. We should live more cheerfully. Aww, happy times. Can you teach me some offensive magic? Oh, she only knows like barriers and teleporting and shit. Let's see how good you are. If there's anyone who loves explosion, it's Pieberry. Huh. Senpai. A little bit more, you can create a flame. Aw, look at Pieberry teaching someone else magic. That's adorable. Also, the way she's swinging her staff is really cute. I have to admit that. It's hard keeping the magic in a spear. Try to get better with practice. It's dangerous here. We're too close to the Pope's castle. She is cute. I'll give you that bonus. She has a really nice design, actually. Then again, all the character designs in this game have been pretty good. Also, it's weird to think that, like, until a few minutes ago, we were, like, half her height. So, like, if she had met us, like, before we awakened, we still probably would have been a really powerful witch / deity. It's just, like, now she sees us as, like, senpai, where she would have seen us as, like, child prodigy, which is kind of funny to think about. Alright, so where am I? Ah, I see. So we're right near the Pavilion Road. Anyway... well, it turns out World of Darkness isn't really about combat. Yes, you get into combat sometimes, but in most of your missions, honestly, in Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, you're trying to not attract attention, turns out. Like, you don't want humans to know that there's a vampire who can snap their fingers and explode them in a shower of blood and gore. So, a lot of missions are about, like, trying to find ways of resolving things either without combat or without drawing too much attention to yourself, which is actually really nice. I like it. And, again, I haven't really felt gatekept by my choices. Like, I don't really have a lot of social stats, and I don't really have a lot of physical combat stats outside of my blood magic. I have a bit into ranged weapons now, like 2 pips or so, and I have a bit into, like, dexterity and stamina. Oh, right, we can't go any further. Now we gotta go look for her, I guess, still. But, like, I'm not really feeling restricted by that. I've been maxing out my security skill because there's a lot of locked doors. But, like, even if there's a locked door, sometimes you can just break a window. Because if it turns out breaking a window is a perfectly valid option, a lot of the times you could just decide, you know what, I don't really care about, you know, doing this quietly. Let's go in here, break the window, and shoot anyone who gets in my way. It's fine. As long as I don't use vampire powers, I'm just a thug with a gun. When in doubt, read the diary. Oh yeah, I plan to. I'm also coming back here to talk to Melina first. Melina first. The Witch Diary. Don't worry, I'm not going to hurt you. Wait. Let me have a look at that little dragon you carry around with you? Sure, I guess. Any fellow lover of dragon lore is always a welcome sight. Also, okay, I'm gonna save this. What the fuck is up with that lantern? I think that lantern has an incorrect texture. That's her, like, clothing texture on the lantern. The fuck is this thing? Is this a lantern made out of clothes or I genuinely don't know what's going on there. I think that lantern's texture might have gotten, like, replaced by something. I'm not sure how well you guys can see it, but now that I've seen it, it's really off-putting. Like, it has the color from her hair and from all over her clothes. I actually do think this is, like, the character model's texture that got compressed onto the lantern. A human with a brain. You don't see that often. Do as you please. I can't see it. Look, here! You can see the dragon! The blue on the top right here that's like floating right above this text. That's the dragon on her shoulders. You can see all the colors that are in her, like, hitbox. Can't believe I'd ever get to see it so close. Look, you can see the dragon's leg! Zoom, I'm gonna have to do like a snip of this. Real quick. I want the text box to stop getting in the way. Here, I'm gonna, like, focus on this. Oh, here we go, actually. Never mind, I don't need to do all this. I got a free moment. Nice. So look, I'm taking a picture of him, I'm gonna put in the live stream chat. Ooh. There we go. You can actually see the leg of the dragon. So I put in the live stream chat. You can actually look at it. You can see the leg of the dragon that's wrapped around her neck. They overlaid the texture from the character onto the lantern. That's hilarious. I don't think I've seen that outside of, like, old games that are working weirdly and had to be like, I haven't actually seen that kind of thing in a while. I mean, I've seen myself do it. I've done this to a few objects before. For example, when I was working on adding an eye ridge to my dragon, when I first imported it, I added it as part of the VRM exporting process. And what happened was it got the rest of the texture, and so it would have this, like, wrapped around version of the material. This is fucking hilarious. Easy from a distance, but the small ones are so fast and sensitive that it's hard to see them at all. You've given me a great... It does until you also get to see that it has all the colors of the character. I'll give you another angle. So you can see it. You can see her hair. You can see the buckle and her armor and her, like, clothing, like, slash, like, the cloth. Here's a second image from the other side where you can see her hair color and her armor texture, which is clearly the patterned leather. You can see a bit of, like, her hood. Look at this. This is not crystals, dude. This is her texture wrapped around the lantern. Ooh, I can get some research grant money. Like this right in front of me. A fellow dragon lovers always love. It's a really old thing. I don't blame the developers. It was probably just a minor oversight, like somebody slapped the wrong texture. And again, like I said, I had to pay attention to it for a second, because when I first glanced at it, I thought it was just a weird-looking lantern. Or there was, like, some weird-looking object she was carrying, but I focused on it a bit more, like, wait, that's the hair color, that's the vest color, that's, like, the cloth color. Talk to her again. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to her with the other one, too. I'm gonna talk to her with the other dragon, don't worry. Oh, she disappeared. I'll leave the area and come back. How about that? Let's leave the area real quick and come back and see if she pops back up. Huh. Where would she have gone? Shit. Did she say something I missed? You've given me a great opportunity. And I went off on a tangent over there. Do you ever see a teen dragon? My name is Melina. And then she vanished. Nope, she's in a different area, my bad. Yep, she fucked off to a new area. I'll find her later, it's fine. But no, I do like that I was able to see that. I wonder if the next time she shows up it'll be Fish. She's now in West Elysian Plains. Okay. So she moved closer to the Pope's palace, I guess. Oh, all the way over here in the Wesley. Okay, wrong area. Like way over there. Sorry about that. But yeah. I like how I've actually worked with 3D models too, so I can identify what was weird about it and like actually probably guess. I think I've guessed what the problem is. They probably had the material for that character and they just kind of slapped it on her by accident. It probably wasn't purposeful. It was probably a complete accident. Don't burn monitor. I will not. I'll have you know, I had my monitors enchanted to be fireproof from the outside. I thought about getting an inside one, but like, what are the odds that it's gonna catch fire inside? You know, you can just teleport from the map. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know I could teleport from the map. Thank you for that. Hello. Melina. How'd you get here? There are no roads for humans to travel. It comes before physical toughness comes before intellectual prowess. Wait, you can do that? I always turn my head back panically. Oh yeah. You gotta capture a wizard one day. So I got one to organize my libraries with some sort of magical sorting system. Really useful. Kidnapping wizards is like way more useful than kidnapping princesses. Seriously. Yes, they have the ability to cast fireball, but we're fucking dragons. Just tank it. It's fine. And then once you explain to them you just want to make your monitor fireproof, they just give you look at you weird, cast a single spell, and walk out the door muttering to themselves. He seemed really, really depressed for some reason. I think he was expecting me to, like, praise him for being the strongest wizard in the world or something. I just kidnapped the first, like, rune guy I saw. It was fine. It all worked out. He seemed really depressed. How do you find a wizard in this world? Oh, no. Other worlds. Fantasy worlds. I hopped into the dreaming briefly. Just, like, jump through a book. It's fine. Palace warriors can't make it here easily. No, the worst part is that even though you can't burn them, your soot will get all over them. The soot will get everywhere. Oh, having to constantly wipe down the screens because you've got, like, ash and dust everywhere because you sneezed one time and accidentally set a receipt on fire. You needed to return something. Climbing for years. She's really tough. I'm fitter than most warriors. You know, I'd actually like to see, like, a completely ripped scientist. Like, she's, like, fully, like, bodybuilder ripped, and she's like, everyone likes to think we're just nerds, but I had enough muscles to climb up Dragon Mountain and study dragons. Like, next place she will be is the Dragon Plains. Beyond this pond, I'm expecting. Tiarita. Don't touch it. It's gentle now, but if you touch it, it'll zap your electricity. Okay. Cool. I almost made a mistake. Feel free. I'll start with its appearance. The lantern, by the way, is still having that bug. So I think that model is just like permanently affixed with her texture, which is kind of funny. I'm mostly impressed that I actually caught it and that I've used 3D programs enough now to recognize what the issue is. So yeah, I've enjoyed playing as a Tamir. I actually got a creepy message from a guy who's like, you should join the pyramid. And, you know, I will say this. The Vampire the Masquerade does a great job of making the pyramid sound like a sketchy Ponzi scheme right off the fucking bat. Oh, the dialogue and also the dialogue in Vampire the Masquerade is fucking hilarious. There was this one thing where I was like talking to a barkeep, and she's like, "Tell me what's bothering you," and I'm just like, "Well, I can't tell her any of these options that talk about how I'm a vampire secretly. That would be shit. I'd break the Masquerade and get in all sorts of trouble because Vampire the Masquerade is very serious. You break the Masquerade 5 times, and you are dead. You will be executed by the Camarilla, which is." I like it. It's very good to have like restrictions like that because it doesn't just end a level when you break the Masquerade. You can continue on for a Masquerade break with relative ease because yeah, you're gonna get, you know, nagged at. Your audio is getting a bit crunchy. Oh, it's getting a bit crunchy. Let me see. Hilarious. There was this one thing. It might just be a bad spike, maybe. I hope it doesn't. Let me know if it keeps getting worse. Sorry about that. So Vampire the Masquerade, though, will, like, let you keep going. You can just kill somebody with blood magic and have them explode in the middle of the street. That'll be a Masquerade violation, the cops will be after you, but if you do a disappearing act and you play it low for a bit, yeah, you can get away with a break once or twice in your life, turns out. Okay, so let's check the journal, actually, I'm just realizing. I was trying to figure out where to go next, let's check the journal. So, we found Kana, information about Kana. A child deity I've never seen before. So I might be able to find Luna in the board plane, but I'm gonna go talk to Kana first. So yeah, I really do, if I'm not being clear, like it. And I did say earlier that it actually looks really good. And I don't just mean for the time, actually. Yes, modern graphic engines look better, but even just like as an indie game, I think it would have looked good. Yes, I know it was like a AAA game, but like a lot of the models are designed in such a way where they put priority on making the characters emote visibly with their arms and move around as they talk, so you don't get a lot of that old RPG thing where characters just stare forward into the middle distance. They actually like react and move around a lot like the characters from Baldur's Gate cutscenes, which is really good. I like that. The models are designed to prioritize the area where detail is needed and like let detail become more blurry in places where it isn't. So their faces have a lot of detail on them and a lot of like non-normal shapes. You know, like people actually have like wrinkles and they'll have puffy faces. And their arms, the textures they do is kind of like almost like a piecemeal thing, where the textures seem to be slapped on like individual like bicep and tricep and stuff like that, like the forearm and the I guess the bicep and the forearm. So it'll kind of like clip in between the entrance to the mines. Yeah. Nope, not that one. Matt's Garden Passage. There it is. So it all looks pretty good. The textures are lower quality than the ones we have. And generally speaking, the game looks a little bit worse than stuff nowadays. But honestly, if you just did a resolution upscale and made the models a little more detailed, this would pass for a modern game. The only thing I think that keeps it from feeling like a modern game to me is that the areas are really small. Like, there's a lot to do in each place, whether it's downtown or in Hollywood or in Santa Monica, but no matter where you are, you're kind of limited to a street with some alleyways and some side in places that branch off from it. There's basically one main street and then a few places the street leads to, and then a sewer system. And that's basically all the major areas. Which isn't bad. It works. It works for the way game's going for very well. But it is very much a restriction of the time, and one of the only real restrictions of the time. The other thing I like is that having played World of Darkness, I know what a World of Darkness character sheet looks like. And the character page is literally just a character sheet. Legitimately, it's just a character sheet. That's all it is. The only thing I would have liked, and I think this is something I would have really enjoyed, is if you could set skills to use different combinations. Like, if you could set certain locks to use, like, strength and lock insecurity for, like, bashing in a lockpick. Yes, you can use your strength, but the lock will break instead of like, skillfully being picked. I love how you trick you into thinking Kana was a witch. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. The subterfuge, well, and the subterfuge works because there are other witches. There's the deity in the snow area, and there now this like this other deity who's into like barriers and shit. They do seem very coded into like Pybear's the fire mage, the ice mage, and now I'm guessing the other one's gonna be like the lightning or air mage. How many dots? 5. So they only go up to 5. Everything aside from humanity goes up to 10. Also, you can use 10 XP to restore a point of humanity, which is really cool. Like, that's like very much a World of Darkness thing. And I'm just like, yes, that's so sweet. I like the clues are there, but they hit it with other information. Yeah, because they made it feel like, well, and she was also the first other witch we could have, my dad is still alive. Look at her, she's having a fucking breakdown. Because, like, there are other witches, and while we were talking with Kana, we even saw the Snow Witch. So the idea that there were other witches who might just look a little different, and maybe the features we have aren't completely universal, because the way that we originally told about, too, was that most witches are, like, demigods-ish. Like, deities are, like, humans and gods had children, and those children were witches. So, the idea that some of them had different features, like maybe not all of them had the long ears, for example, was very much a thing that could have happened. And so the idea that Kana didn't even have the ears didn't even really occur to me, because I'm like, well, yeah, but maybe our traits aren't universal. So, there were tons of clues, like the fact she had the makeup kit, which did imply that she probably was putting on makeup for this. But the idea that she could just be a witch who lost her magic, and maybe was so young that she was able to adapt to it, was completely reasonable from our perspective, at least. Even the Pope couldn't kill a genius so easily. Exactly, so the idea that there were witches who were drained of their magic and got away was an accepted thing at that point, so we were primed to accept Kana as just like, yeah, she's just another one. She just got away when she was a child, and maybe it, like, stunted her. Or maybe the Pope got most of her magic and it stunted her development, and so now she has enough to stay alive, but isn't. Like, there were so many other possibilities for what was going on with her. And the fact is, although we had seen other witches, we hadn't really seen other witches like we saw with Irina. Because, yeah, her staff looks a little more haphazard, but she also doesn't have her magic, so maybe there would be, like, weird glowy stuff and stuff floating everywhere she did. But also, there was the makeup kit. There were several signs that pointed to her not being a witch. Which was interesting. I like the subterfuge. I like the misdirection. I like surprises. Again, though, what I was saying earlier about the skills and, like, the way things are used, is that in World of Darkness, you can generally try and justify a combination of a skill and an attribute in order to do a task. But in Vampire the Masquerade, they're like, dexterity goes with security, and that's how you get lockpicking. And it's like, I'm sorry, that's the only combination. Which was really unfortunate, because I would have loved to try stuff like, you know, wits and security to try and get past, to try and be able to, like, figure out a combination code or something. That would be really fun. On the other hand, I get it, it's a video game, and, like, it probably would have been like, building the whole thing 2 times over again to try and figure out all the different ways you could combine things and predict them. So, that's a little unfortunate, but I get it. Damn, she's just venting. Oh, so the Pope has genius golem inventions. Looks like we've come to the right place. What are you doing here, bud? We're the lock's most wanted right now, so it's hard to get around. Did you bring what I asked for? Of course he's dealing with Kana. He's dealing with a witch, so all he really cares about is money. Shoot a little wider out the coordinates. Your signal flare almost hit me right in the face. Just let me borrow your golems for my business. For use in battle, right?
なんでわかったの？
No rumor escapes these ears. He's very mysterious. I like him. Don't need them until after the war. I want them as like bodyguards.
戦争が終わってから？
Wow, this is a long-term route. This is a long-term merchant. I respect this guy. He's working the long con here. He's like, oh no, I think the rebels are gonna win. So I'm setting up my power base so I can become a fucking bajillionaire after the war ends. I have deals set up with the rebels. I have deals in the court. I got deals with you. We're gonna be best friends after the war. I promise you. How else do you think I became the continent's greatest merchant? Ah, but I heard you saying you need a prototype steam engine, Matnade?
そうなの。
Even you can't steal from the Pope, can you? I work entirely within the law. That doesn't mean there isn't a way. It's not in the Pope's castle right now because Redbeard has it.
赤ひげ。あ、あんたが前に話してたやつ。
Had it for quite some time now.
赤ひげ？
I told you I wasn't exaggerating with that title. He is certainly not exaggerating. Dangerous man trades only in through black markets. There's no illegal business he doesn't his hand in. Oh, so Ralph's got a dark mirror. Got it. He's the polar opposite of me. Yeah, he's your dark mirror. I just called it.
違法じゃないの？
Not technically. Wait, it's not technically illegal to do business with us? There is no actual law forbidding trade with witches. Besides, only humans are subject to laws. Witches are classified as monsters, so there's no problem. Wow, that is really lawful neutral, right? He's saying he's lawful good, but you're really, Ralph, you're lawful neutral and you know it. You happen to be siding with good because you think its long-term profitability is way better. You're in trouble. Punishment will come from the Pope himself rather than the law. Oh, so he's like, I obey the king's laws. The Pope's laws can go fuck themselves so long as he doesn't hear me saying that. So long as he doesn't find out. Redbeard will kill me the second he lays eyes on me.
あんまり仲が良くない？
Guess you don't get along very well. A red gem, a royal jewel he's been trying to smuggle. Intercepted everything through the proper channels and might convince Redbeard to listen.
なるほど。
But how to get to Redbeard?
どうしよう。私たち
Who could go in their place, I wonder, she says, looking directly at me.
まあ、そ
You know, you can just come out right out. Pieberry's not oblivious these days.
私たちの
We're on the same side. You can just ask me.
話が通じてよかった。
Of course, I'm not asking you outright, but if you could possibly manage to get an engine, I'll let you use 003 as much as you like.
これって。
Enough sugarcoating. You just want to test the engine's durability, right?
意外と
You're surprisingly quick-witted.
あんたは勇士たちとの実
You're a good source of data. You fight with warriors often. You're a good source of data. Gods, that is the most engineer thing I've ever heard someone say.
頼もしいな。やっぱりリーダーの目に狂いはなかったぞ。
Quite convincing, aren't I? I have to pass through Vivalion Village to get to Redbeard. Do you have a plan?
心配いらないよ。しかもバベリア
I
町の
heard
貴族たちが着て
those
る
clothes
服
are
なんだ
worn by the aristocracy of Vivalion Village, so I'm certain no one will
誰にも
respect
疑われない
anything.
よ。
ご主人様。
Don't think those clothes will fit you anymore.
サイズが合わないと思いますが
Black Joe being like the voice in her head, destroying all her plans. I actually tried putting them on to like go like reinforce some of the new gear I have with the blacksmith hammer, but I couldn't put them on, so you actually can't wear them right now.
新
Which
しい
means I haven't been able to get back into Lilac Village either.
服さえあればいいのか。ちょうど俺の
Weird! Ralph just happens to have an outfit that would perfectly fit
命の名
Pieberry?
前を伝えてその
Odd
道を進んでいい
that.
本当にもらっていいの？
Think of it as me making an investment. Yeah, I feel like you planned this,
こ
buddy.
れが成功すれば
If this works, I'll be the richest man in Bavaria.
かなり思い切った投資だ
Bavaria.
ね。もはやギャンブルじゃない？
It's more of a gamble than an investment. My instincts have never failed me in the pursuit of gold.
外したことがないんだぜ。
Maybe he is a lawful good merchant. I still say he's lawful neutral though.
よし、
Anna's death really did a number on her innocence. Fair, that is fair.
使わせてあげる。そしたらお父さんも
Dad would like that too. After all, these goblins were originally made to help.
取引成立だな。
I'll be back soon with a
近いうち
written
に契約
contract.
書を持ってまた来るよ。
そうだ。
バベリア町とケンツ
Said to be somewhere between Vivalia Village and Kent's Mountain. Alright, let's go.
セラのところに行こう。
どうやって町に行くつもりっすか？
Your clothes don't fit anymore.
ララクの実が落ちて
Let's go to the place where the lockberry drops. We might catch Sarah collecting some. Okay. Do 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 do. Hey!
みんな。
What the
か
frick?
わいいお姉かわいいお姉ちゃん。
I like that.
私だよ。
It's me, Pieberry.
パイベリー。うわあ。
Why does everyone think witches can swap bodies?
うん。
My body just grew.
俺も早く大きくなりたい。私たちにも教えてよ。
No, it was a shit ton of magic from a literal god waking up after years and
いや、
years.
そうじゃないんだ。
My mom woke up and decided to give me most of her magic. It's a long story. She has a genuine grudge against the Pope. He is now personally taking something dear to her heart via his warriors. No, I get that. She's matured as a result of Anna's death and finding her mother and finally coming to closure with her abandonment as a child. Anna's death put her into a depression, but it was also just her mom finally coming back that gave her closure on her childhood to an extent too. Which, like, led to her feeling like she's ready to face the world because she finally found that childhood dream, which was finally seeing her mom again. Because remember, she had been chasing the taste of the pies. Like, one of the reasons she attached herself to Anna so strongly is because she had been chasing that tasty pie that her mother used to make her all those years and years ago. She was poisoned by the lockberries. What does that mean?
肌の色が少し紫色になって体が
Makes the body turn purple and weak.
命に別状はないけど姉ちゃん数ヶ月
中毒っすか。
Those berries are the only thing she
食
eats.
料なのに。
それでなんだけどパイベリーゴリラ草を手に入れてきてくれないかな
Like, finally embracing that her mother again as well allowed her to really grow up, which from a metaphorical perspective at least. I mean, in the game, in the story, I guess overtly, it's more so that you know, she finally, you know, got like that magical infusion. It caused her body to kickstart into like teenage or adulthood.
水牛ゴリラはものすごく
We don't dare go near one. I think I killed one of those things
そうい
recently.
うことなら。
I think I killed one of those a little while ago. Let's see, do I have any of the gorilla grass on me? Let us see. Reagents. The laurel. I could have sworn I killed one of those things a while back. Maybe I had to kill it. Maybe I could only get it if I killed it afterwards. Her trial's also mentally matured as well. Well, yeah. Although, I mean, sort of. I mean, she was already good at magic as, like, a child. And she's also, like, been good at magic for a while. Like, most of her trials were about becoming magically strong enough in awakening the gods and going down this quest.
曜日ですか？
Maturity often comes with age, but isn't necessarily tied to it. Fair. But she was also able to move on from being the child who was left alone in the woods after her mother. Okay, so I did have to kill it and take the grass afterwards. Got it.
あれ、髪の毛まで抜いちゃった。
Some hair out too, sorry. Now it's gonna have a bald patch. Let's get back to David.
やっぱりパイベリーならできるって信じてたよ
ありがとうございます。パイベリー様。
Oh, he's giving us so much help.
当然だよ。
David is my friend.
ラルフさんから話は。あ、もうラルフが。
Ralph already told you. 17 going on 70. Yes, to be fair, Code Assembly, you were 14 going on 60 a few years back.
ちょうど服が手元にあるんですが。
You were like 16 or 17 going on 70? Yeah, that seems about right. 17 going on 70. Not suitable for combat.
みんなはあっち行ってて。
Get out. I no longer have a child's body. Thus little boys should not be staring. You need to give a lady some privacy while she's changing.
友達じゃん。裸。
Also, if you told me these guys were all Tanuki, I would not be surprised because they all have the fucking leaf in their hair.
鉱山を探検したのがバレちゃったんだ。早く離れよう。
Let's get out of here.
どうですか？気に入りました？すっごく気に入ったよ。
Gods. This game.
すごく可愛い。
This isn't practical for fighting in.
もしかして私のこと好きになっちゃった？
Do you have a crush on me?
違うよ。服が可愛い。
I mean, mentally you two are the same age, so it should be fine.
違うって。
ダビド、私は子供には興味ないもんね。
お前だって子供。
I want a girl quick like you did. That's unfair.
私に告白したいから？
違うって。
そうだ。ところでパイベリー。
Did something happen?
アンナが
Oh
そんなに
shit.
可愛いんだ。ああ、そっか。みんなはまだ知らなかったのか。
何？
Oh shit, she gotta get hold of the kids that Anna died.
なんだって？嘘だ。
That can't be
嘘に
true.
決まってる。
悪い勇士たちめ。
I would argue against them being mentally the same. I didn't say mentally the same, I said mentally same age. Pieberry was fairly weirdly mature at times for a kid because she was forced to raise herself.
アンナさんが。
Whereas David has been like part of a village and a family. I mean, she was a kid who spent her free time fighting warriors and learning arcane sorcery.
この世界に正義の勇士なんて、勇士になる夢なんか捨ててやる。
みんな。
I'll make sure the Pope pays for what he's done.
私もう二度と。
Memories we built on pies ever again. Aww. That's both cute and adorable. Or not cute and adorable. That's both somberly that's both well written and cute. Well written and cute. Yes, that's a good way to describe it. I mean, her journey has matured her. That as well. That as well. Thought I was over my grief. I should stop by her house. Do. Let's go by her house then. Let's do it. So yeah, I've really enjoyed Vampire the Masquerade's Bloodline. I've been progressing pretty quickly. I've been doing some side content. I just finished up the museum heist. I'm not sure if I've just like played so many immersive sim games and I played so many games like it, but I feel like I'm able to do it pretty quickly. Go through it. Oh. Holy shit, they all have a grave for her. So many people did care.
白い魔女が来たぞ。
村人たちみんなでアンナを追悼してここでは誰もパイベリー
Nobody will avoid you.
なんなのみんな。
You all hated on us
俺
so
ほどアンナを
much.
憎んでたくせに。
アンナが子供たちにパイを分けてたのが俺たちも知ってる。
We knew she did it. We just weren't allowed to talk about her. Because the warriors would have invaded and burned our houses to the ground.
それなのに。
だからどうして？
私たちがアンナと仲良くしてたら人間と魔女が仲良く
Humans and witches getting along.
この村は強硬に
Our village is under constant surveillance, so we had to be careful.
今更何？全部ただの言い訳じゃん。
And Pieberry is actually legitimately upset because she saw how much Anna's like solitude kind of wore on her over time.
そうだ。俺たちも分かってる。かつてはこん
They were all killed by the... Oh shit, they're... Wow, that's a little darker. Their village leaders got like fucking butchered too. Damn. So these were basically just all the people who didn't speak out. There were tons of people who spoke out. They just all got fucking murdered, and the rest got told to fall in line or get under them too.
力を持たない者にできることなんて何もない。恥ずべきことをしてるのは分かってるさ。彼女を追悼することくらいは許してほしい。
I hope you will allow us to honor her memory.
アンナ、村の言葉がアンナにとってどれだけ救いになるかはわからない。でもアンナの親切心が
Oh man. You know, this game is like weirdly good. I'm saying weirdly because again, it's based off a mobile game. Mobile games should not be this emotionally impactful. I met my real mom. He was only for a brief moment. For the first time in my life, I heard someone say they loved me. You know what I mean, right? Anna would have met Miro in heaven. I'm going to see my home again too. Please cheer me on from up there, Anna. No longer the naive little girl who left her forest in their defy. I mean, that's how it is for heroes, right? The hero leaves their comfortable life in the nice village before it gets bombed by the villains, and then they go off in search of grander things. That's your classic hero's journey. Pieberry's no longer the girl who was living in the forest alone. Aragon is no longer the lonely farm boy that only knows that one old guy in the village that tells all the stories. You know? What was it? Alina is no longer that young cartographer girl. She became a fucking saint. And then she, like, went off to live her own life in quiet once she was fucking falsely martyred. In case you have not read, what was it? Shadow and Bone series. Yeah. The main character gets fucking martyred as a saint. Not a Christian saint, more in the, magic sage kind of saint. It's crazy. Honestly, Shadow and Bone was a weirdly good series. I feel like kind of fell into the background after the Netflix series passed. The Grishaverse isn't perfect, but it's a very good, solid... It's not the mental age. He hasn't been through all the life stuff. Fair. I mean, that's not really the kind of mental age that you can really help, though. Because it's based on your lived-in experiences. And everyone's been through different shit. I'm also doing his A-rank assignments at the moment. I think we're going to start finding this stuff a little bit later, so let's go. Alright, so Witch's Journal. We should go talk to him about Kana, and then hopefully... Let's see here. Alright, so we can teleport. Okay, that's actually nice. It teleports you back to the house and then teleports you there. So it auto-play... That's actually really cool. So it basically just auto-plays the teleportation. Actually, you know what? I should talk to them about what's going on over here. This well collects groundwater from Lauba Mountain. We use it for our drinking and washing. I like they have guards on, like, the water, just in case someone decides to, like, poison it out or some shit. What I mean when this did some black voodoo magic to make this work when I first picked it to you. Yeah, it does feel like the original mechanic was to go back all the way, and then instead they're like, nope. Oh hey, you're making a teleportation circle? More layers of magical circles you draw like this, more people and bigger things you can teleport. Nice! Never thought about layering magic circles. You're amazing, Arena. Where's Verstein? He's busy training right now. Yeah, I should go admire Justice's face. I should go see Justice again. I'm sure he wants to see me. I'm absolutely positive that's what he wants right now while he's tied up against a wall. At least put him in the cage like them so he can at least lie down. That must be murder to sleep like that. Being hung up like that must be murder on your wrist and neck. Ugh. Also, wait, why is he not in, like, the regular clothes anymore? So they only had the one portrait of him, so he's in his armor with a sword, even though he's hanging up. Father. Oh, hey, Bernstein. How you doing? Thank you. Yep. They finished drawing the teleportation circle.
ご苦労だった。
すぐにカンナの隠れ家にも空間移動の魔法陣をかけます。
I'll accompany you to draw a teleportation circle at Kana's hideout soon too. You've already drawn them all? Nice. I'm sure our mobility alone. Honestly, a teleporter who can move massive amounts of troops around is probably really fucking dangerous for any rebel group to have. Like, holy shit. Imagine how dangerous they're gonna be once they're ready to go. They will be able to summon mech golems to any battlefield near instantly. That will be crazy. It's the reason we've been able to grow so much up until now. Were for Irene, we would have long ago been discovered and wiped out by the Pope. I'll just keep trying harder. No, you're doing like really good. Damn. I love it. I love it when they explore how magic actually affects the world. It's like, turns out, a teleporter who can't just teleport themselves, but other things, including giant mechs to battlefields, is really freaking useful in war, but especially in hit-and-run guerrilla tactics. Like, she's essentially the central nervous system of their entire army. Now, are you now slightly kicking yourself? I admit, I didn't expect the world building to be as fleshed out as it is. It actually has a pretty well established world with a fleshed out magic system, a really interesting methodology behind like how the magic will actually play into things, which again, not everyone thinks about that. Aragon thought about a lot of my favorite things, like Aragon thought about how wizards would work in an army and plotted out like the rules of combat essentially in that world. You have things like how guns were starting to outstrip some of the more less potent mages in Shadow and Bone, where the Grisha were starting to meet like the industrial era, and now guns are a thing. And yeah, one magic user can kill a lot of people, but one guy with a gun is still a legitimate threat to a magic user. Actually, it's one of the interesting things is like watching how like the magic users in the Grishaverse series are almost like ranked based on how well they compare to firearms. So you have like the ones who can manipulate flesh and bone and blood, and they can like close their hand and crush a guy's heart. So they're basically a gun, but with even like perfect accuracy, you know? So they are like high-ranking ones. But then you have other people who are like, yeah, you can control the wind and fire, you're pretty good. Or you can do metalcraft stuff. But like in a fight, you can kind of mimic the deadliness of a gun, and you can do it with like infinite ammo, which is pretty cool. But you're not the guy who can close his hand and crush your heart. So that's the level of power. But even they can be taken down by ambushing, and guns have started to make things even more dangerous for the Grisha, who have been marginalized in like a lot of different countries, or treated as like things to be experimented on or hunted as witches. And so the idea that the playing field is being established even closer when a lot of times they've already been hunted down even without such things is kind of terrifying. Seriously, if you have not read the Grishaverse, starting with like Shadow and Bone, I recommend the initial trilogy, and I recommend even stronger Six of Crows. Six of Crows is really good. Rena is corrupting Arena. Reyna is corrupting Arena. She's one of the deities of the snowfield. Once she comes down from the snowfield, she's very closed off to others. I mean, honestly, let's be real. She's with a lot of rebel freedom fighters. She's gonna get corrupted by someone. At least it's Rena. Rena clearly has taste.
彼女が持つ力は。
私もルナに
You want to meet? I want to meet and talk to Luna.
そうだ
I need to help Kana with something too.
赤ひげに関
Do
し
you have any information about Redbeard?
君はどうして赤ひげを知ってるんだ。
How do you know about him? Ralph told me about him. He has something Kana needs.
ちょうどよかった。
Here, take this. It's a key for dealing with dark merchants.
赤ひげに会うには取引
Known
先
only
だけ
to
が
his
知っている
clients, and that is something called the
必要な
client key.
取引先
そう私たちは
We do some trading with Redbeard. It's hard for us to get weapons through the normal channels.
よかった
I would have been lost without this key. Thanks, guys. Okay, so we've got two main objectives now.
この洞窟から南バベリア街道から
わかった
So we still want to go contact Luna, but we also probably can't really do that at the moment, so we might as well just like keep going with Redbeard. Alright. Go to the map. Honestly, this is actually probably the closest way through. Wow, she has been... Holy shit, she drew like all of these in the time it took for us to have a conversation or two. Damn, she's good. Arena's actually really good at magic. Holy shit. Now I see why everybody was like so impressed. Like, damn. Alright. Let's go talk with Redbeard. Guys, it's just like, of course it's fucking Redbeard, and he's gonna be a ginger, you just know it. Unless he's like got blood or something like that. I'm telling the truth, the witch is this way. Oh joy, we've got some other creepy lady now. Who is this character? Are you a deity?
私はミシェル
I'm Mitchell. Michelle, nice to meet you.
まあ私も会えて嬉しい
Why are you with the warriors?
でかしたぞ。
You're so much better than a magic
よ
detector.
りも
ほらね言ったでしょ
So she's a witch who's working for the Pope, I guess?
あんたまさか急して
That's a new one.
こいつはそ
おお、そう。
This is a great opportunity. Take full advantage of it. You're going to lose. Wow, you guys are gonna be terrible at this. So how about we just deal with you now? Bang. Get wrecked. Attack! Oh joy, I took like 70 damage. Whatever shall I do? Lightning bolt. And you're dead. My combat fee is like maxed.
あれちょっと
Is that the best you can do?
今の戦力で
Fall back for now. Wait! Did you guys see that? Oh my god. Okay, wait a second here. I need to play that back actually. Okay. That was hilarious. This game and its textures, I fucking swear. So, I'm gonna show you this when it comes up here. So, if we go here. Oh shit. Oh, music, stop playing. So watch this. This is literally just a stretched out texture. They're dragging her by some random stretched out texture right here. I don't even have the words for what this is. Like, I thought it was just the lamp, but now I'm starting to wonder, was the lamp intentional? Were they literally just like, we don't have a texture for that. Throw another texture in there.
大体はそう
I'm actually getting a little concerned.
するけどダメでしょ
It's like they just stretched out part of her model into a rope and then dragged her by it. It's so weird looking. Oh, that's a scarf. Okay. I can't really tell, honestly. It just looked really stretched out. She also wasn't really wearing a scarf. She was wearing like that weird like hoodie thing. Oh man. Okay, let's start combat with this guy. Alright. get knocked on. So I'm gonna summon my pets. Come forth, lightning lion, and fireball. Get wrecked. 75 damage, yeah. That really good job there, bud. Just fuck me up, chef. Disguise myself as a human and walk by the warriors. Wait, what's that? I noticed too. Are we gonna stay here? We can't leave our post. She was so cute. It's like, whoa, wait, did that witch just put on makeup right in front of us? Yeah. Are we gonna leave our post? No. Even build something like that. Source of all evil. Yeah. She's got like curtsy in her animation. Weird. Also, after you get the ice dragon, the ice shields, go to the dragon plains and meet the researcher. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. I still remember. I'm gonna be looking for it too. Coming from the direction of Elysian's temple. Let's hurry over. Oh shit. God damn it. I can't summon a pet right now. Shit. Oh no. Not good. Somebody's attacking mom's temple. We don't want that. That's bad. Crown is fighting an executor. He's a deity too, isn't he? Poor wandering child. I will set you free. She's a deity, why would you? I know what you're trying to say. But don't judge by appearances, chosen one. The child's soul is long lost. She is but a deity in only an appearance. She is free now. It is hard, but you must accept it. You must toughen your heart. You want to comfort this child's soul, grow stronger, and face the Pope. I expected Khan to kill the executor without any hesitation. To be fair, he's likely been doing this for a while now. He's likely been doing this for a long time. Honestly, it would not even surprise me if one of the reasons the executors have a short lifespan is partially because Crown comes and puts them out of their misery. Mavalia Village. I have the clothes on from Sarah, so nobody should notice me as long as I'm careful. Alright, heading back now. Do. Damn it! I've been so used to riding around on my speedy mount, you know. Oh wow, we got like a whole hub city here. Got the canals and everything. Very nice, very fancy. Especially considering this was apparently built in like a single human lifespan. Like, imagine all of this not being around when you were born, and then everything here sprouting up basically almost like in like 15, 20 years. That's kind of nuts. It's really nuts, actually. Oh, this is the capital of the Kingdom of Avelia. So, like, okay, so, well, the town probably has been here a while, but, like, the castle comes here. You used to come here often since it's so close to Elysian's temple. I did? Why?
工場のある場所こそが
Aramute Spring. Had their gatherings, they would do so at Aramute Spring, and you would come with them. I see. That we were finding Red Village Slayer. Let's go now. We'll come back here eventually. Oh my gosh, there's so many quest markers. Oh god, I found like the main hub for like the second act, haven't I? There's gonna be so many side questing I'm gonna need to do. Just when I think I'm starting to get to like near the end. This game adds more. There's so much content. Behind the waterfall. Hey, Ison, we need you. Come on, buddy. Let's see what's behind here, shall we? I guess nothing? Okay, so this clearly needs some other, like, story beat in order for me to open it. Let's try and at least get to... Oh, wow. Let's try and at least finish the Redbeard thing so I can get maybe near the Ice Plains. Oh, shit! That's a lot of golems! I mean, I can kill them with, like, a single fireball, but, like, holy shit. Guarding the guardian animal of Durak Temple on this hill. But anyway, let's avoid a confrontation here. Is it wrong that I want a confrontation, though? I do really want to fight them. Suspicious Cave. Do you guys remember the Suspicious Cave in Pokemon? There actually is a cave named Suspicious Cave in Pokemon. I forget, though, where it is. Must be Red Village Lair. We've done it. The power of deduction is on our side. With the power of the secret trader key, we can insert it into a rock and it will slide away, because that's the thing rocks do, right? Hey, that felt like a place where I might go. Whoa. Fucking falling rocks? Why was there a trap? We used the client key. Oh shit, he's working with the warriors. Well, you got warriors with you, which seems a little weird. Especially if you're a witch. You don't want to end up careless being caught by the Pope. What are the Royal Palace warriors doing next to you? Aren't you a witch after all? Okay, so underground, we've got corrupt people everywhere, that kind of thing. Oh, the Ice Witch is here. Oh, cool. Here's the Zircon Dragonhorn you wanted. Now give me the gold. That was an area related to the lightning sword I mentioned. Gotcha. Must have fought hard. Did you think it's such a notoriously fierce dragon will let me rip its horn off without a fight? Don't you dare undercut the price for such a stupid reason. Next to you is a new witch who has come to you wishing to trade. Not interested. Will I ever get a chance to talk to her? Ah. Prototype steam engine. Why? Do I have to tell you? I'd rather not. It's not customary to inquire about a client's circumstances. You really shouldn't have mentioned Ralph. Luxurious item that got away. Punk, what's he up to? You picked the wrong broker. You really shouldn't have mentioned Ralph, Pieberry. To be fair, she doesn't really get human rivalry bullshit. I was referred by Verstein, too. There's an intruder. What the fuck? Oh shit, it's an executor. Executor. Executor.
白い服に金銀執行者かくそ
How does she know about this place?
まさか教皇女の奴らとなん
私なら助けて
I can get rid of her if you're willing to trade.
もちろん取引成
Yes,
立
fine, whatever you want.
よし
Better not go back on your word. Well, she's dead.
どれどれ待ってちゃダメだよ
Get wrecked. Oh shit. I forgot my pet wasn't out actually.
呼びですか
First, let's resummon pets. Because pets are fun. You know, I feel like having a little baby lightning dragon out. Who's gonna stop me? And we can summon something else too. For a full-on three-way. Bang! Get dogpiled on. My Karako will electrocute you. And my lightning dragon will do shit too when it feels like it. Aura's arrow!
力にはなれたよ
My magic is too powerful for you. Magic Tempest! Bang! Yes! Huh? You're a lot faster than last Executor I met.
まるで完成型の闇の勇士っすね力は
She's likely a dark warrior.
たくさんいるってことだよね
Those poor sacrificed witches.
本当にお見事だ実力は十
Gee, I'm happy to do business. Oh, you just saved my life? Well, I'm happy to do business with you.
もちろんだ
Cool, we got a we just gonna stuff a prototype steam engine into our pockets. It's all good. It's all good.
おラルフのやつにどんな
I'll find a way to turn to my advantage.
ありがと
ちょっと待ってくれ
うそうだ
She
よ
keeps disappearing. It's so hard to find her. I just
話
happen to have a device that allows one into the snowfield. Really? Well, now I can
お
leave
おそうかお前のこと
Yay.
俺と取引すれば
Oh, he wants us to keep working with him because he knows Ralph is working with
後
us.
で送っておく
God, Spybear, you do not have the subtle, you do not have, like, the instinct for the subtle manipulations of all these people. So he's got a lot of goodies behind him there. Alright. Why don't you give me a giant dark magic stone? Why would anyone want to need something so dangerous? Never ask your client the reason behind the request. Client information is confidential. This should be an easy start for you. How much will you pay me for it? What? You know what they are? Some of them are pretty infamous. They've been lost for quite some time, and I never expected them to be here. You can choose one to take. There is a glowing magic staff and a weird, maybe glowing, other glowing magic staff and a dark sword. Loads of cool items. Okay, I'm in for it. We're interested. Alright, let's bring this back and then we can head over to Luna. So, let's go. One thing I will say about this game, I do wish it just let you, like, instead of making me choose the right key every time, I wish it just let me say, hey, I know what key goes to this door, I don't need to select the specific key every time. For the first time, it's okay, because it lets you try out keys and then be surprised when one eventually works. But after the third time coming into this place, I'd like the key to just work automatically. That'd be nice.
おう来た
Or you can just treat it like an open door at that point.
ねえここまでどうしたのあ先輩
Senpai. She says Miss Pieberry, but it's actually just Senpai.
カンナさんのゴーレムを移動させる魔法陣を書いたんす
The translation says Miss Pieberry, because I guess that's like somewhat equivocal, but like, Senpai just sounds better, I'm sorry.
もう準備してるの
作戦に成功するには
Need to work a lot harder than the Pope for this to
入念に
work.
準備しなくちゃい
ところでどうしたの
You don't have the engine already, do you? I do. You're the best. I am the best. Oh yeah. Transform was a success. Oh yeah. There's barely a shudder. Incredible. How can the same amount of energy produce such a difference in power? Yep. Kana's dad was a genius. We've got that. He's fully industrializing this place. They can deal with climate change later. We should get back, Arine. Our comrades will be in danger if we're away for too long. I'll come back another time, Kana. Do 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 do. Yes. Unless here's a letter from Professor Matt. Okay. Mataterisu. Aww. I think the translation makes the most sense. Teacher Viberry sounds strange. Well, it's not sensei. She's not a teacher. Senpai. Which is kind of like older student slash mentor figure. Like, not necessarily a teacher, but you're also, like, more experienced than the student. So, like, in, like, a dojo, a senpai would be, like, someone who's, like, you know, a year ahead of you. And they're, like, better than you, but they're still learning, too. So, like, teacher would also kind of be real weird, because if that were the intent, they would just call you, like, sensei. Something like, you know, mentor, or advisor, or helper, or tutor. Maybe tutor? Tutor Pieberry just sounds strange. The next best thing really is just miss. Like a form of, like, respect, or, like, older respect, I guess. Because it also can kind of be someone who teaches you, but just not like, they're not like a formal teacher. Fills us all with determination too. Let's get Kana her dad. Huh? You're the best backup bandit ever. You've got this, Kana. Go for it. Bring upon the mech age. Turn this plane into Kaladesh. Just without the authoritarian government, Kana. I said without the authoritarian government. You can make this place like Kaladesh visually, but no consul of authority or whatever. No authority of the consulate. I'm serious. Do not create some sort of steampunk bureaucracy. I shouldn't have to say it, but like Kyoshi was like extremely, you know, free spirit and all that nonsense, and she created the fucking Dai Li. So yeah, in case you didn't know, Kyoshi taught and created the original Dai Li, which eventually got corrupted by like their leaders and eventually became like a secret police answerable to Long Fang in the Avatar universe. They were created like 2 avatars ago. They're a fairly recent thing in the history of the Earth Kingdom. They were only created in Kyoshi's time, which was only like 200 years before the events of the series, and only like 100 years before Aang was born. We need to help them. David has been captured by warriors. He's in danger. Big Sister Pieberry also seems awesome. Sounds awkward. Well, you didn't say Nissan either. Nissan. You guys okay? This is nothing. I won't let the bad guys get the best of me. Oh. Another fucking... the Executor again. Seriously? You've been following me. How'd you know I'd come here? There's a mole in the death squad. Oh shit! It's bad to use them like that. Agility stimulant, please. pets. Thank you very much. Do 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 do. And chain lightning, baby. Ooh, shit. They actually got a bit of. They got a bit of oomph to them. Oh boy, I'm taking damage. How intriguing. My pets can dogpile one of them. It's fine. There we go. And I can just heal between rounds. I think we'll do this. That lets me hit one of them really hard while also... And then we can finish off that one. Making sure to finish off that guy because he can be dangerous. Do 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 do. Stun, please. No, no stun. Oh well. Aura's arrow. Bam. Bang. Magic Tempest. And got it. There we are. She's almost gone. And I've already dealt with one of them. Also, one of their capes is like clipped into the ground. I'm starting to notice more and more graphical glitches, and I'm not sure if they were always there or if I'm just starting to notice them now. I don't blame it. Again, like you said, this game is like piecemeal together from like a mobile game. So it's not a big deal. Pass turn back to me, thank you. Royal Palace Warrior, time for you to go down. Thank you very much. Boom. Get wrecked. Calico, go. Take her out. Yes. Alright, can you just like go down? Alright, no, you're really going to Team Rocket this. You're going to keep running off. That's the important part. There's a mole within the death squad. Interesting. Reasonable suspicion at this point. Maybe he's scared. Bernstein is tough. Do you think it's safe for us to keep staying with the death squad? We'll keep a reasonable distance. There'll be a great amount of help when it comes to fight the Poe. Honestly, it could be a really good way to round everyone who opposes you up and then, like, kill them all very suddenly. So, I really hope that that's not secretly Irene, because that would be very depressing. Like, she's been corrupted but still has, like, enough for her sanity or something like that. To, like, operate as a mole subconsciously. That'd be really depressing, though. Why am I depressing myself like that? Okay. I think this is probably a good place to stop for tonight. Unfortunately, this has been really fun. Hopefully we can get like closer to the end. We're probably not finishing this for another 2 sessions, but especially with everything that's been added. But I will start a bunch of side quests and also trying to get a hold of like the dark magic ore and all that stuff. And hopefully I will eventually be able to figure out where I can get a bunch of other things and we can all be like, yay. And we can all get like a bunch of side quests over. So I'll probably head back by the city, do a bunch of side quests if I have some time, you know. But yeah, so I will see you guys all on Thursday where we're going to be continuing with Wuchang, which I love Wuchang. It's such a fun game. I like this game too though. It's been surprisingly a lot of fun. And the world building's been way better than I thought it was going to be. So that's always nice for me. I always love it when it has good world building. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.